When Sami moved to the city for university, he was desperate for a cheap place. He found a small studio on the edge of town. Old building, weird smell in the hallway, but rent was low and utilities included. The landlord seemed a bit off. He didn't ask for references, just took cash up front and gave Sami the keys. At first everything seemed fine. Quiet building, almost too quiet. No neighbors coming or going. The mailbox next to his was stuffed with unopened letters. One night, Sami came home late from class and noticed his door was slightly open. Nothing looked stolen, but some things had clearly been moved. His toothbrush, his charger, his desk drawer open. He told himself he probably just forgot to close it properly. But it happened again, and this time, he was sure he had locked it. He bought a cheap webcam and aimed it at the front door. What he saw the next day made his stomach drop. At 2:42 a.m., the door opened. A man, maybe in his 40s, wearing dark clothes, stepped in with a key. He didn't steal anything. He just walked in, stood in the living room for a while, then left. Sami called the landlord immediately. The landlord was calm, too calm. He said that's impossible. Nobody has a spare key. The next night, Sami left the lights off and waited silently, holding a kitchen knife. At exactly 2:00 a.m., he heard a key in the lock. He flung the door open. The man was already walking down the stairs, calm and silent. The police came, took a report, and shrugged it off. Probably a former tenant, they said. The next day, Sami changed the lock himself. That night he heard scratching, slow, steady, like a key dragging over metal. He packed up and left 2 days later, losing his deposit. A week after, he heard someone had been killed in that same building. The landlord had been arrested. A hidden camera caught him sneaking into another tenant's unit armed. Turns out he had tried to kill Sami many times. Once his gun jammed. Another time, Sami had unexpectedly stayed late at school. Each time something ruined the plan, but he kept trying. And Sami had just barely moved out in time.